Co-Curricular Engagement and Learning at Vancouver Island University, we would like to start by acknowledging the traditional territory of the Sinemu, Cowichan, Tla'amin, and Sonawas First Nations, on whose land we are honored to live, laugh, love, volunteer, and play. My name is Michaela Grondin.
And my name is Madeline Bellardo, and we are your MCs for today. Before we begin, we would like to thank everyone for attending today's session. It has been such an amazing experience to see everyone on all these Zoom calls and seeing all of the posts in the Co-Curricular app.
Today's event will have presentations from VIU's Co-Curricular Involvement app team, showcasing app features such as the Rewards Points program, Pathways, and much more. If you have any questions during the presentation, feel free to type it in the chat for our Co-Curricular Involvement app team to address at the end of their speech.
Now it's time we would like to take a moment to introduce to you the Co-Curricular app team, Curtis Johnstone, Fernando Medina, and Nathan Priest.
Awesome, thank you so much. Cool, so I want to get started. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share my phone screen and you can kind of follow along. I like doing live demos, so if you guys have questions as I'm going through it, feel free to put them in the chat and one of us on the team will be happy to help. So let me share my screen here. There we go. Should pop up for you. Perfect. So as most of you have already done, you've downloaded the app. It's awesome to see all the engagement already on the Co-Curricular app. So that's made me super excited. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get started. So if I launch the app, it's going to bring me straight to my home screen. Now, the home screen is kind of like your go-to. As soon as you launch the app, it's going to tell you notifications. So you can see I got a notification about this specific event. I'm going to see upcoming events. So we got some VIU events coming up, as well as this current event as well. So after this event complete, it'll show you tomorrow's events. Another feature I want to highlight on the home screen is actually in your top right hand corner there, and that's the QR code scanner. And most of you have already tried this feature and have been getting points already, which is fantastic. So you can go ahead and click on that. And when we have online events, QR codes will be posted and you can earn points. I'll get into points and how that functionality works with the Co-Curricular app more in depth as we go through the demo. So I'll leave it at the QR code scanner there for now. Awesome. So the next feature I want to highlight is the community tab. So like I said, it's been fantastic to see all this engagement in the app already. So many of you have been super positive, and it's been amazing to see that functionality. One thing I also wanted to highlight though is the add a post. We actually have all these different campus channels. And for first year students, this is, I want to specifically highlight the buy and sell channel because you could find textbooks in there for maybe a cheaper price, or if you're looking for a specific textbook, that's a great place to post what you're looking for, or maybe you're looking for a laptop or some other goods. Some of these other channels are awesome for that functionality as well. We also have an easy way to post directly to a group from the community tab. So if I wanted to, and I'll get into what groups and how they operate more in depth throughout the demo, but I can, for example, post directly to Fun at VIU from the community tab, which is awesome. So I'll exit out of here and I can scroll through and see various comments. I can reply to fellow students as well as like or upvote their posts. Cool. So the next thing I'll cover is the search. So if I scroll back over to events here, my account, I actually have subscribed to the VIU events calendar. So I'm getting all of the general events from the VIU website. That's what you're seeing here. But I'll also see other events and calendars that I've subscribed to. And I can also search for that. So if I'm looking for a Fun at VIU event, for example, posted from the Fun at VIU group, I can also scroll through here and that will show up directly in the events tab. And this will be a long list. So having that search functionality to find what I'm looking for is fantastic. So groups, this is probably one of my favorite features of the app, being able to engage with peers that have similar interests as me. We have these groups have just been set up, so it's awesome to see some of you are already joining. So I highly encourage you to kind of look through here and find maybe some that inspire or resonate with you. A good one that I would recommend is, of course, Fun at VIU. They host a lot of awesome events. It's another section of our office. So if you want to go ahead and join that group, that would be one that I would definitely recommend. And inside this group, we have discussions. So you can post directly about Fun at VIU events, or maybe post recommendations. I can see their upcoming events. So here's an example. We got Paint Night, which is definitely one I'll be attending. We also have files. So if you have a group and you want to upload files, this is also a great place to do it. And another thing too is, as students, there may be opportunities to start your own groups. So maybe connect with us on that one as well. And then finally, I can view about the group, see who the officers are, and kind of get in touch with those student leaders as well. Next up, I'll talk about buildings. So the Co-Curricular app team has done an awesome job uploading every single building onto your campus, so you can experience it virtually with the current COVID-19 pandemic. So we can still experience campus and see the different buildings and engage on campus, even though we're not able to be in person at the moment. So if I scroll in here, you can see my GPS is being a little funny here. It's saying I'm somewhere in this radius, but I can kind of scroll around and say I click on the campus store. I can actually click in and I can get an overview photo. So if you haven't been to campus before, this is a great place to explore VIU's beautiful campus and get to know some of the buildings. I can even see events that are being hosted by various. So the campus store is not a great example for this feature, but if I was to go to, say, the hub over here, whoops, if I scroll out, click on that, and was to click on events, you can see some of our awesome events. So these are RockVIU and Fun at VIU events being hosted by the Office of Co-Curricular Engagement and Learning. Cool. We can also search for specific buildings. So if you want to find, maybe in the future when we're back in person, you're trying to find where your exams are located, this is a great resource to find some of the buildings on campus. Alrighty, so next up we have the resources section of the app. I want to highlight the search functionality as well as the tab at the bottom right of your screen there. So if we go ahead and click on that, and I scroll up here, we have some awesome resources that are personalized and tailored for you as a student at VIU. So if you're an international student or even a resident student, you'll have resources that are personalized and tailored to you. So my account is actually flagged as residents. So if I was to click in there, I get move-in procedure, COVID resources, as well as community standards. So if I was to click in, I'm going to get all the information I need for living on res at VIU. And it's just a one-stop shop for finding, information on campus without having to do Google search or dig through hundreds of pages on the VIU website. It's right there directly in front of you. And another cool thing is I'll highlight the Mariners tab. We also have, and I know right now we don't have sports sports teams currently active, but hopefully they'll be back soon. And we have all the rosters, the schedule. Once the teams are back, we'll have all that season information uploaded to the app. So you'll get notifications when, if you choose, you'll get notifications when game days are happening. And you can even view information about the team, see who's on the roster, stats, etc. So it's awesome in that sense. Next up, I'll kind of move on to the people section of the app. So getting connected with peers is another, I would say, powerful feature of the app, specifically right now, because we're virtual. As you can see, I've tried to connect with as many of you as possible, just because it's a great way to engage with people maybe in the same program or discover maybe some on-campus study groups. This is a great place to do it. So you can kind of scroll through or find some of your peers through this search tab in the app. Next up, we have the calendars tab. So calendars are synchronized with, say, the VIU general calendar. So if you're on Nanaimo campus, if you're on Cowichan campus, all three campuses have calendars uploaded to the system, and we'll have more calendars in the future. So once all the Mariners athletes are back, we'll see all those calendars in there and even more. So this is a great place to find it. And then finally, we have guides. I won't show you the guides within the search. I'll show you it within the hamburger menu. So now that we've covered search, we can kind of take a look at the hamburger menu here, as I like to call it, because the kind of three lines look like a hamburger. So as I pointed out, we have the different campuses at VIU. So we have Nanaimo, we have Cowichan, and we have Powell River. So at any point, regardless of what program I'm in, I can even toggle between those campuses. So if I want to see, say, for example, what's happening at Cowichan, what I can do is I can change my campus at any time, and it will update everything in the app to reflect that campus, which is fantastic. Okay, as I scroll through here, I'll point out guides. So as you know, this is how we've been attending events at RockVIU this year. So if I click on RockVIU, this is an example of a guide. So I have my different tracks. You would see just your specific faculty and information that's tailored to you. So if I click on Faculty of Management, you'll see all the RockVIU events that are going to be happening tomorrow. So we have some awesome escape rooms, and then the final jam, which I highly recommend attending to because it's going to be a great time. Alrighty. So next, I want to just talk about the agenda a bit. It's fairly straightforward. So within the application, we have the ability to synchronize all events with your personal calendar. So right now we have support for Outlook, and very soon we're going to have support for Google Calendar, which I'm excited for personally because that's what I use. And all your events that you subscribe to within the app will also synchronize with your personal calendar. So I don't have to do any of that, like, oh, okay, I have an event here, but it's not over here, so I don't know the timing. It's all in one place and easy for me to find. And it's even color coded. So as my faculty, I can see based on the faculty colors at VIU, the events that are being promoted by which faculty, which is awesome. Cool. So now let me go back over to the hamburger menu here and quickly talk about pathways. So pathways is a new feature that we're just starting to make use of now. And later on this week, after this or I guess tomorrow, we're hoping to have the app master pathway ready for you. So based on this demo today, you'll get to kind of play around with all the features within the application and get credit for experimenting and using those features, which is awesome. So I can click on there, and as you can see, it's not ready for you yet, but hopefully by tomorrow you'll be able to go through and complete some of the features that I'm talking about today. So we have a cool like Mario theme, and it'll be kind of set up like kind of like a game, and you can kind of progress through the different objectives. And then once you get progress complete, you've completed that pathway, which is awesome. Cool. So next, I want to talk about CCR. So the Office of Co-Curricular Engagement and Learning is in charge of the co-curricular record at VIU. So CCR is a fantastic way to get involved at the university. So if I scroll down here in resources, I can actually see all the different resources we have set up for you related to the co-curricular record. So actually, I'm going to show you right now live how to go through the co-curricular record and actually submit our first notation. So some of you may have at the beginning of the week already submitted the Welcome to Campus participant CCR credit. But I'll show you right now how to complete that credit and actually get your first notation on your transcript. So if we go through back to CCR, and if you have it already on your pending tab, you've already completed it, but I'll kind of go through that process once again. So we go through and click submit. We select our category. So our category is Office of Co-Curricular Engagement and Learning. our position name. If we scroll down here, we should see welcome to campus participant. Hopefully I can find it if I'm not blind. There we go. Awesome. Then it says 15 hours of participation. And if you attended the events for RockVIU this year, you should have that, which is fantastic. I can select my start and end date. So August 31st. And then end date will be tomorrow. I see the supervisor, which is Omar Karim. He's the coordinator of the Office of Co-Curricular Engagement and Learning. I can select my competencies. So for me personally, at RockVIU this year, oral communication and collaboration were kind of my two that I would say, for me personally, that will submit for. So I can go ahead and select those and click submit. So if you did this already, you should already see it on your pending tab, but I just went ahead and did it again. And then what we can do is slide back over to the resources tab, and we can actually submit our first reflection. So actually this year at RockVIU, we have some awesome prizes. So if you do submit that reflection, you'll be entered to win some fantastic things such as Google Home, AirPods, and more. And you've probably heard the team mention that throughout the different events this week. So if I go ahead and click on submit a reflection, we can go ahead and click or see what was the position name. So as I just filled out, the position name was welcome to campus participant. So if I go ahead and if my phone works correctly here, I should be able to paste from my laptop. There we go. And then what I can do is I can put in my reflection. So my reflection for this year is this. So let me go ahead, paste that in, and I'll kind of read it out for you. So this year at RockVIU, opportunity to engage virtually over Zoom calls with all the new students as well as faculty in a new format, which is the app. For the new semester, I strengthened my ability to collaborate through this series of events with my fellow students and learn to take guidance from others as we are all in this unforeseen situation as COVID. So what I can do is I can go ahead and submit that, and then it's ready for approval. So hopefully I'll be entered to win one of the awesome prizes we have this year for RockVIU, and I'll have my first notation. So if I go back over to CCR, it'll still be under the pending tab, but once it's approved, which should be fairly soon, I click this PDF icon in the top right, and it's actually going to give me my transcript here, which is actually recognized at VIU. And I can actually submit this to an employer, a potential employer, or maybe share it on LinkedIn. And it's a great way to demonstrate some of the graduate attributes and co-curricular activities that I participated in during university. So I can print this off, share it, like I said, and yeah, it's fantastic. I highly recommend engaging with CCR. Perfect. So now I'd like to talk about points. So I'm actually going to get Fernando to kind of cover that a bit. And points is an awesome way that integrates directly with CCR. So I'll maybe pass it off to him and he can kind of talk through how you can earn some points at VIU.
Okay, definitely. Thanks, Curtis, for letting us know about all those great resources on the app. So the rewards program, as most students are familiar with now, is a way to recognize your engagement in campus, as well as hours of service and engagement contributed to our campus and community as a whole. The program works on the basis of a point system, as a lot of you know. With this point system, everyone can reach different levels and win prizes and obviously amazing VIU swag. So if Curtis, if you go, oh, you're already there. If Curtis goes,
I'll do it again.
Definitely. There we go. So the hamburger menu, then you click points. You can see all the current levels that you can achieve as a student and the points required to reach each of them. So the levels right now are co-curricular bronze, silver, gold, and the Mariner with the respective prices, as you can see. So a CCR lanyard for the bronze level, Panago pizza for silver, Mariner swag for gold, and a gift basket for the Mariner. We're thinking about after 1,000 points, you'll be entering into a raffle where you can win like skydiving or something bigger like that, the more points you earn. Omar, before I go any further, is there anything you'd like to add to that?
Yeah, no, I think you've done a great job. Again, these are just opportunities, more opportunities for you to engage and to earn points. And again, as Fernando mentioned, after 1,000 points, for every 100, you're going to be entered into semester draws. So there'll be semester draws for the fall semester, for the spring semester. So we definitely encourage you to engage. And again, you know, we're launching this. This is the first time it's being launched at Vancouver Island University. So again, you know, if there's any, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to email us at ccr@viu.ca. And one thing we've been mentioning to a lot of, you know, students on multiple of our calls is the fact that if you find an activity that you're participating in, whether with regards to points or whether it's with regards to, you know, getting notation or credit, please let us know if you have any questions around that. Another way to earn points is by filling out your co-curricular record reflections. So as Curtis or Fernando will show you maybe a little bit later, where you click and find your opportunity directory, there are different ways of getting involved on campus. There's different position postings. Once you complete your position posting, you'll also have an opportunity to receive points. So you can receive points, as Fernando mentioned, by, you know, attending events, volunteering at events, participating in events and activities, but also by actually completing your CCR notations as well and your reflections. Back to you, Fernando.
Okay, Omar, thank you so much for those comments. Definitely, as Omar said, there's a bunch of ways that you can earn points in the rewards program. So that's the scanning the QR code, as most of you have seen in these events that we've had, submitting your reflection for the completion of CCR position, also submitting a reflection for the completion of each level. So after you finish, let's say bronze level, which is the first one, you'll be prompted so that you can complete a CCR position, and then you can get more points for that. Also, the last way to earn points is the completion of a pathway, for which you can already do by going to the pathway section in the hamburger menu and completing all of the objectives there. Right now we have, for example, a couple of pathways that are called campus excursion, for those of you who want to become familiar with all of our campus. And in the coming weeks, there will be more pathways for you to explore and boost your progression in the rewards program. What I'm really excited for is the one Curtis showed that is going to be ready soon, where you can familiarize yourself with all of the features discussed today. Now, let's get to the good stuff. If you're unable to scan a QR code for any reason, you can go to the previously mentioned resources section. Let's see, there we go. You can go to the previous section, resource section, then go to CCR and tab didn't receive points. There, you will have to fill in the name of the event you attended. And something important to keep in mind is to write your name as it is shown on the Zoom video calls, in case the event is virtual, of course. And this will make it easier for us to identify you and assign you the points that you have earned. Also, feel free to email us at ccr@viu.ca if you have not received your points by the end of the next week, because we have a record of everybody who's been coming to the events. Don't worry if you feel like I haven't been getting my points, because we have a record of everybody who's come to the events and the Zoom calls, and they have registered to the app. So if you haven't received your points by the end of the week, make sure to email us at ccr@viu.ca, and we'll definitely give you your points. Also, stay tuned for more exciting updates and activities for the rewards program, as we have lots of things planned for this semester. Now back to you, Curtis.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Fernando and Omar. So yeah, I highly recommend points is one of the most exciting features for me personally. Hopefully I can win some awesome swag. So yeah, cool. So I know I briefly touched on it, but I just want to mention it once again, because it's pretty cool. And that's the groups functionality. I just think that groups will be awesome, especially while we're virtual. And I want to highlight the faculty group, actually. Oops, I want to go to groups, not guides. There we go. I want to highlight the faculty group that you'll already be placed in. So for example, Faculty of Exploratory Studies, for me personally. So an awesome way is to connect with your peers that are actually in the same program as you, is through your own faculty group. And you should be already placed within your faculty group. So if you're looking for people to study with, or maybe you want to find a textbook, that's also an awesome place to chat with peers taking the same program that you're in, which is pretty sweet. I think I covered everything for the demo today. Omar, do you have anything you'd like to add or highlight any other functionality of the app?
Yeah, I'm just trying to manage the chat. There's some questions here. I think we can just quickly answer. Just to clarify for everyone, the beach fire chat session, so everyone had an individual session to attend. That was worth just 10 points, right, for an individual session. Just to kind of provide some clarity, when you attend an event, if it's an hour in length, it's 10 points. If it's half an hour, it's, that'd be 5 points, right? So that's kind of how that kind of all works. So that kind of answers that question over there. If you have any problems with, any if the QR code or any scanning, again, please refer to this video. If you forget some of the content, this is all going to be placed under the resources tab. So Curtis, if you want to come back out of that section there, and again, for the whole RockVIU orientation, if you had missed any, of the sessions, you can go under the RockVIU 2020 resource area. And again, this session will be recorded and uploaded. So just for you to reflect back and then to see what certain features were with regards to the app, regarding the points, the pathways, functions. But we definitely encourage you to take a look at this, take some reflections on this. If you forgot some of those experiences, the amazing experiences that we've had, feel free to come back and rewatch those videos and to kind of just reflect on the process of what you've learned and some of the skills you've gained. We're in a totally different environment right now, but I'm really excited to, we're all really excited to have had this opportunity to connect with you virtually. And we're doing our best to make sure we're able to be able to meet the expectations of anyone who attends events. So again, if you have any questions, email us at ccr@viu.ca.
Awesome. Thanks, Omar. There's one other thing I just want to highlight too. So with the QR code function, a lot of you have noticed that there's actually a check-in and check-out. To receive your points, you actually only need to scan it once. If you'd like to check out as well, you could do that too. Maybe for in-person events, you will have QR codes posted when you enter the event. So you could also scan it when you leave. But that is not necessary for receiving your points. So no worries there. Was there any other questions in the chat there, Omar?
We did get a couple more questions about the upcoming messaging feature. Will there be group chats?
For sure. Cool. So that's also another exciting feature that I'm super pumped for. And that'll be coming, I'm not sure on exact date, but that'll be coming very soon, hopefully. So you'll be able to message people directly, as well as video call with your peers, as well as hopefully faculty within the app. So I'm very excited for that one, and that's coming very soon.
Sweet. And another question that we had was, is there an easy way to see all of your own posts and comments on the app?
Just before, I think Omar had something to add on the last one there.
For sure.
Oh, sorry, there was another question that came on there. That someone just messaged me privately. I think this is just really important for everyone. You'll be hearing an announcement shortly from Maria, our event lead, about just the update for tomorrow's schedule. Again, you'll have an update with all the Zoom links in tomorrow's schedule. So just to let you know, the app will definitely be updated on a regular basis. We can send you direct notifications. And again, any questions, ccr@va.ca. Back to you, Michaela, with that question.
Oh, yes, the question. Do you like me to repeat it?
Yeah, go ahead.
For sure.
Okay. Is there an easy way to see all of your own posts and comments on the app?
For sure. So there's a few ways. One, so we have the community tab, and you'll probably see that there's a lot of content, which has been fantastic to see. So some of your stuff may be lost just because there's so many people involved in that same tab. So what I would recommend is actually using your faculty group or some of the other groups and engaging in there, because it's a subset of people. So you'll easily be able to see. I'll also note you'll get a push notification on if someone replies to your comment, or if you have it set in the settings. Actually, I'll just highlight that really quick. If I go over to the hamburger menu here and I scroll down to settings, I can actually adjust when I get notifications. So if I want likes and replies, I can toggle that on or off. I know some of you were getting a little too many notifications. Your phone was constantly buzzing, so you can easily toggle that off for specific campus feeds. So if you don't want it to be for the student feed, which is where most people are posting, you can turn that off, and then you could post in your dedicated group, and you'd want to get notifications for that. So that's kind of what I would recommend. And then in addition to that, when we do have that direct messaging feature, it'll kind of elevate that even further. Omar, go ahead.
Yeah, just a quick update. With regards to direct messaging feature, there are more features like the direct messaging feature that will be coming as the year progresses. So, the main thing for us in, engaging individuals and students and faculty with the app is to make sure you're using the app, right? Make sure this is a place for you to connect to your community. Right now, participate in discussions, make your community posts, ask questions, connect. And again, the theme of RockVIU is connect, engage, discover, right? And so I would continue to do that beyond RockVIU, because as you do connect on the application, we'll be able to, look at that activity. And with regards to the features, will be released in the fall or early spring. So just keep updated. We're going to be using the app as our primary resource for events, updates, and launches of new features. So just to keep that all in mind.
Awesome. I think there was another question there, Michaela.
Yeah, someone said I still can't find my faculty group. So they
Cool. No worries. So it's been fantastic. There's so many of you on the app now. So if we did miss you and you're not in the right faculty, or you don't see your faculty group, it should be within the hamburger menu here. If you scroll up to groups, it should be in this list. So if you see faculty within that list, then that's great. If you don't see it, please let us know and I'll get that sorted out ASAP. So you can email us at ccr@viu.ca and we'll get that sorted. No worries. And you can even quickly post to it through the community tab. So if you want to click add a post and then you click groups and then click your faculty, you can post directly from there as well.
Also, just to add there, I know someone asked a question regarding the desktop version. Yes, the answer is yes, you can connect directly on the desktop version. So for those who may prefer to use their computer to access the app, you can definitely do that. It's our co-curricular dashboard. Curtis, maybe we can, after you bring up your phone here, maybe we can bring up the desktop version just to show what that field looks like there. But you can definitely access all those events there. Another question I got that someone messaged me personally was around the faculty. So, for example, if you were in the graduate orientation or an event and you haven't received points, again, you can just fill out need points. For the graduate orientation program, so if you're in one of those programs, we'll actually be receiving their list within this week, and you'll be uploaded for next week. So you might not see your points reflected this week, but you should see it by the end of next week. Again, if you have any questions or you still don't see those points reflected, now we have a section where you can fill out a form where it says didn't receive points, for us to make sure that your points have been received and that you are earning your swag and prizes as well.
For sure. Thanks, Omar. So this is the desktop version, as he mentioned. So it's a little different layout, but you can access all the same awesome content. So if I click on student feed, I can see all the posts within that channel. If I go back to the home page here, I can also click on the campus section on the left-hand side. I can see all the resources. So if I want to connect with groups, I can go ahead and click on groups, and it will take me directly to a list of all my groups, as well as my faculty group that I mentioned. So I could post directly in that channel as well. If I'm looking for the resources, you can also find that on the left-hand side here. So if I'm trying to find CCR, I can post my CCR experience from a desktop version as well. So it's same functionality. If you prefer to use a laptop or don't have access to a mobile phone, it's provided for you. And if you want to get access to this, just go to viu.ca/ccr, scroll to the bottom of the page, and there's a link at the bottom. You can click that and log in with your student computer account.
Curtis, actually, maybe we could just show that. So if you just actually do that,
Sure.
if you want to open the browser there, and let's actually show how to actually log in. So if we go to viu.ca/ccr, right? So this is our official website. It's all about building your story and sharing your experience. You can scroll down. There's a demo video if you haven't logged in or accessed. That's right over there. But right where Curtis mentioned the big click here button, that's where you can access your dashboard. So let's click that button there. You're going to then choose your school. Perfect. Now your role would be as a student.
One second here, sorry. I have to log out first so I can show you how to log in. One moment.
No problem, no problem.
Um,
Again, while Curtis is doing that, if you ever have any questions about our office or the Co-Curricular record, just again, viu.ca/CCR has everything, like everything you need. It's your one-stop shop to find out opportunities, learn about how you can get involved on campus. If you wanted to connect with one of us after, I know I've been getting a lot of emails and messages around that too. If you want to connect with us after, again, come to the website. There's different emails of who you can connect with regarding different programs. Again, if you don't know who to connect with or how to connect, again, you can email us at ccr@viu.ca. And come over here.
Or it looks like my internet's cutting out. So if you need to see how it's actually done, if you actually click on that video, it'll guide you through that process. So it doesn't look like it's going to want to work for me right now, but that video will give you that demo on how to go through that process, and it'll take you to that desktop version that I showed you there.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Does anyone have any other questions? Just look at the chat there. Okay, awesome. And I see a question about some of the swag and items. So there are a lot of ways that we can, that we're planning to do that in terms of making sure that you are receiving your prize. So for example, if you're not located in Canada right now and you are somewhere across the world, there are two options. We're having prize drop off periods. So we're gonna kind of see kind of what happens with the situation. So we're looking towards more of the end of the semesters where you'll be able to receive your like prize pack. So all the prizes you earned, and you would be able to indicate your preference of whether you'd prefer the prize to be picked up when you come to Canada, or depending on the prize, for it to be shipped for you to your home location. So these are some new pieces of information that will be coming out in the next month or so. So stay tuned for more details on that. And I see other questions. Okay, we got some more questions. This is great. This is why we're here. We're here to answer all these questions. Okay, so do you redeem your points? Okay. So the idea of your points is, you're going to keep, the points will keep increasing, right? So the best part of this is that you're going to be able to track your engaged hours on campus. So for example, when you hit the bronze level, it's still going to show, I know it's bronze is 150 points. It's going to continue. It's not going to go back to 0. It's going to continue at 150 to 160 until you hit the next level. From our end, you will receive a notification as you hit each level. And one member from our team will be in contact with you in terms of how you can earn your reward and your swag. Any other questions? Okay, and one other thing to mention, I think Curtis mentioned this already, but the desktop version, again, when you went to viu.ca/CCR, there's a video that just, it kind of explains to you how to access your desktop version. What does it look like? It's pretty identical to the app. Either way, you can access all these services and resources that are available to you as VIU students. So feel free to check that out. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to connect with us as well.
Thank you, Omar, and thank you. Oh, sorry, are you?
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. Yeah,
and
awesome.
Thank you everyone for all the useful resources, tips, and tricks that were shared with us this afternoon. Before we continue, we would like to invite Maria Clement, RockVIU event lead, to provide us an update on tomorrow's final schedule for RockVIU. Maria?
There we go. There we go. Oh, all right, we're good. Okay, perfect. All right, well, I just want to quickly say thank you to all of you who are here. I know some of you were on our last Connect Fair session call, and some of you are new faces here to this call, so welcome. I'm really excited to have all of you here. It's crazy that the week has gone by so quickly, and tomorrow's our last day, and our whole team is really excited about the events that we have happening tomorrow to be able to launch you into your first semester at VIU. So I'm just going to give you that really quick update on what we're doing, and you will also be receiving an update and a notification in VIU's new Co-Curricular Involvement app, as well as an email with all the details. So start off, our first VIU virtual escape room experience is going to be hosted tomorrow from 8:30 to 9:45, called Mariner's Heist. And we'll also be announcing our first mini Google Home winner there, so you'll definitely want to be there. And then from 11:30 to 12:45 Pacific time, we'll be hosting our second virtual escape room called Epic Escape. And for those of you who attend both virtual escape rooms, they're different, you will be entered into another draw for a mini Google Home, so you'll definitely want to be there. But also they're just going to be a lot of fun. We've put so much work into this, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. Then at 2:30 p.m. we have chai chats. So this is just a fun check-in to see how all of you are doing. You can bring some tea. We'll obviously have a dance party. You cannot have a Zoom call without having a dance party. So it'll be a great opportunity for us to connect with you, you connect with us, and just share your thoughts on this week. And then in the evening, we have our final event. This is the RockVIU Final Jam presented by TELUS at 6 p.m. That's going to be streaming on Vancouver Island University's Facebook page. So we have, like we were talking before, Brandon Martinez, Box of Beats, Aaron Pritchett, and some other artists. And we'll also be announcing our final mini Google Home winner, as well as the TELUS swag bag winners there. So make sure you all like Vancouver Island University, as well as the Co-Curricular record at VIU on Facebook to make sure you can see these events. And yeah, myself and the team are super excited to see all of you tomorrow, and it's going to be a blast. So yeah. All right, back to you, Madeline.
Thank you, Maria. Now we would like to invite everyone to pull out their phones and open the Co-Curricular app to scan this event's QR code so you can get your reward points for attending this session.
And if you are unable to receive your points, you can go to the Resources tab on your Co-Curricular app under CCR and tap Didn't Receive Points, where you can submit your information to receive your well-earned points. Now we'll announce the winner of the Panago Pizza Challenge, Diana Huynh, who commented on the Ask Community page. Blake Fly's speech was amazing. So congratulations, Diana. Now for this session's Panago Pizza Challenge, completing this challenge will allow you to enter a draw to win a free medium pizza.